Aloha! Welcome back to Doc's Pop Reviews. We are doing another episode of Wishful Wednesday, and we're talking about the recent hit movie Raya and the Last Dragon. Now, before we continue on, there are going to be some spoiler talk through this, as well as Funko talk. So if you have not watched Raya and the Last Dragon, I do not want to spoil that for you. So stop this video right now, go watch the movie, come back, watch this video, all right? All right, that is your spoiler warning. Let's continue. First off, about the movie. I think the characters were awesome. I thought the movie was amazing. The animation was phenomenal. It's funny. It pulls at your heartstrings. Overall, this movie is definitely worth watching. It's definitely worth buying. My wife and I enjoyed it in the theaters, and we got to watch it on Disney Plus with her in-laws. And I just don't have anything bad to say about this movie. It's awesome. If you haven't seen it, go watch it. Okay. Now, you might be wondering, why is this a Wishful Wednesday episode when they have already released Funkos regarding this movie? That's true. They've released Raya, Sisu, Namari, several others. But something I noticed in watching the movie and the Funko release is the Funkos didn't release any of the major male characters. And I am not against women, strong female characters or anything like that. I think Raya is awesome. Sisu is hilarious, and she gets some cool powers. Namari is tough. The action scenes in this movie, when Namari and Raya fight several times throughout the movie, they are awesome, and I was very impressed. So first off, I got nothing against the female characters, but I would like to add to my Funko collection, which I have bought some of the female characters. I'd like to add the male characters because I thought they were very important to the story as well, right? Boone, this young boy, he's lost his family. They become stone. He's the captain of the ship now. He's just trying to make a living. He's just trying to survive. And then he gets roped into this mission, and he's funny. He pulls at the heartstrings as well. I think it'd be really cool to have Boone. I'd also think it'd be really be a very cool Funko Pop to have Tong. He's got the eye patch. He's big. He's got his axe. He's got all these different things, and he becomes very important to the story as well. His whole village gets taken out, and so he pulls at your heartstrings, and he ends up bonding with Noi, I believe her name is. So those two guys should definitely be made, and even though he's only at the beginning and the end of the movie, I think Benja, which is Raya's dad, also the chief, who's voiced by Daniel Day Kim, I think he would be a very cool Funko Pop. He's a great fighter at the beginning. He makes an incredible sacrifice to save Raya at the very beginning of the movie. And what he wants, his goal is to bring everybody together. His goal ends up being met at the end of the movie. Everything revolves around his goal. Let's bring everybody back together. We can trust each other, and that idea of trust and becomes the sacrifice at the very end of the movie. I also think of another cool Funko Pop idea would be a Funko Pop ride where Raya and Sisu are riding a much larger tuk-tuk. I think that would be a cool Funko Pop. And then last but not least, I think a very cool movie moment. You know how the Avengers have been coming out one by one, when they're eating the shawarma? I think they should do the same thing with Raya, but when they're turning to stone. That was the most important part of these characters, to make that sacrifice to trust each other. It's all going to work out, but I got to give up the gem and turn to stone. I'll be honest, that part got me in the heart. It made me a little bit emotional, and I also think it'd be a very cool Funko Pop to have them all touching each other, basically in the position that they ended up in stone. Because if you notice, the rest of the movie, everybody ends up in stone with their hands out, but this group actually gets to turn into stone and be connected to each other. I think that would be a very cool Funko Pop. What do you guys think? Should they add these ideas? Would you end up buying them? Did you enjoy the movie? Are you good with what they've released and they don't need to make any more? Leave your comments down below. And as always, like, share, and subscribe. Thanks, guys.